G'day guys, welcome back to Mango Invest. We're going to talk about the dividend portfolio, some recent changes over the last couple of weeks. We've had a lot of recent subscribers join the channel, which is awesome to see. So welcome to the channel. And just so you know, I've been investing since 2019 all the way till now, focusing on dividends. I do have a couple of tech companies and whatnot that don't really pay a dividend. The first one, I suppose, is Apple. Pay a very small dividend, but I really focus on growth with that company. It's a fairly large portion of the total portfolio so far. The next one is Alibaba, so that they don't pay a dividend at all, and it's a fairly sort of risky investment. Everyone's understands what's happening in the news with Alibaba, potentially being delisted off the stock market. But overall, I believe the fundamentals within the company are fairly solid. So I'll continue to hold on to those guys. And hopefully in the near future, we can see a bit of a profit. The next one down is Microsoft. Very small dividend paying company, although the growth is really well. So I'm currently, if you look on the right hand side of the screen, currently in the profit or on the green by over $13,000. So that's really good. I'll continue to hold them. And then the last one is Tesla. So I've got an average price of $58, so it's fairly well. I invested in those guys, really early on. I think we're talking, 2019, 2020, early 2020. So currently got $4,000 worth of profit, and then that's when the stock price is, sitting extremely low. But the whole goal of this portfolio is purely for the dividends. So here are all the other dividend companies that I have. The plan for these non-paying dividend companies such as Alibaba, like once I do see that profit, hopefully we can get in Alibaba in the green by say $20,000 to $30,000. I'll look to sell that company and then place it straight back in and redistribute it into the dividend paying companies to increase my yearly income. So far, that yearly income is sitting around $17,000 Australian. I think it's roughly 12,000 USD. I think on average it's sitting around like $1,000 US a month, which equates to $1,600 Australian. So it's pretty good numbers there. And then that just goes straight into the buying power. And then from there, I can either choose to withdraw that money and pay for my bills, or if I want to see a luxury item like some clothes that I want to buy, I'll use those dividends to buy the items that I want there. But mostly I'll just redistribute that into the companies themselves, so then next time that company will pay me even more money. Cash position is currently sitting at $0. I've made some recent purchases within the last 2 weeks, and we'll talk about that very soon. But here we'll just go into the watch list and certain companies that I'm looking at for now. Costco is the first one. The current price is $506. I mean, I'm very tempted to buy into Costco. They're a very powerful company, although I'm looking to see that stock price fall a little bit to potentially under $400, and then I'll look to buy in there. SCHD, everybody's familiar with SCHD, currently sitting at $73. That'll be the next company that I buy in for sure. I don't think I'll wait for the stock price to dip. It's just waiting for more dividends to come in, and then that's when I'll look to purchase that. Now I put the S&P 500 on the watch list purely just to gauge where the market's sitting as a whole. I don't hold any shares within the S&P 500. It's more just to see where everything is sitting. But I am looking at Google. I don't think I'll buy in just yet. It is a tech company that doesn't pay any dividends, so just with that, I'm just hesitant purely because it doesn't pay any dividends, and that's basically what the whole goal of this portfolio is. Johnson & Johnson, very well-known company. They've been paying a dividend for a fair amount of years and also increasing that dividend, so I'll be looking to buy into this company very soon. Coming across this markets tab, I don't really use this. This is just a pretty cool feature that Stake offer. If you did want to look up the most up companies of of the day and the most companies that have traded down for the day. So pretty cool feature there. But moving over to the transactions sort of area. So this is overall place where you can see your buys, sells, dividends, and withdrawals. So we'll click the buy tab and we'll just describe what we've bought recently. So as you know, Triple M have traded down like a fair amount in the last even year. So on the 21st of April, I placed in $1,400. This is a company where they've been paying a dividend for 40 years, and they've been increasing that dividend consistently every single year. So although the company's trading down, it's very reliable for dividends, which is why I placed a little bit more money into those guys. Now, a week before, I purchased $1,000 more of Realty Income Corporation. They're a real estate investment trust. I've made a YouTube video on these guys separately, so if you want to have a look at that, do so there. And in the previous month, we bought some more Realty Income, $2,000 worth, and also Bank of America. So I put $2,000 into Bank of America in March. And as you noticed, with the Silicon Valley ordeal, all the banks traded down purely because people were panic selling there. But obviously, that's people not really doing their own research, and they don't really look into the fundamentals of the company. They just see a news headline and they sell out there, which is probably not what you want. But we'll have a look at what I've been selling over the last couple of days. Now, this speaks for itself. So the last sell I did was Store Capital, and that was on the 27th of January. I don't really sell any companies, only if they cut their dividend or their financials of the company start to decrease, or they just start to decrease their dividend is the main one. Store Capital, that was on the riskier side, so I thought I'd use that $2,600 and place it into a like a safer company. All right, so now we'll click over to the deposits. So I regularly deposit a fair amount of money. I try to aim for $1,000 per month, but depending on personal circumstances, I'll either do less or more. So in April so far, I made 2 deposits, both around $660. So that's over 1,200 USD for the month of April, and I might make a deposit in the coming days. So almost $2,000 just within the month if I do make that last deposit. But even in March, we just made the one deposit of $655 USD. And then in February, we just made the one deposit, which was slightly more, so $1,411. And then in January, we've got like 4 separate deposits, but 2 are less in value. So I think it totaled just over $2,000 in deposits there, and that'll just show up in the cash balance just up top. And combining the deposits along with the dividends, that cash balance builds up fairly quickly. So we'll move on to some of the withdrawals that I've done, and honestly, I think there's only one. So I did a withdrawal of $10, mainly because I just wanted to test it out, see how fast it made it back to my bank account. And with that $10, that was $10 US. So I ended up with like $14, $15, and just went to a cafe and bought a coffee. So that's pretty cool to see that your dividends can actually get withdrawn to buy you real world things, which is good. But that's basically all I had today. Just to finish off, so currently got $271,000 in the portfolio, which the total profit I've got is $23,600 with $0 in the cash position there. And every month in dividends, I'm roughly getting $1,000 USD per month, which is totaling $12,000 USD every single year. So when you translate that to Australian currency, it ends up being $17,000. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe, please thumbs up, and I'll catch us next time.